Today we're going to continue working on dribbling, but we're going to start turning with our soccer ball and the different moves and techniques that we use to turn with our soccer ball. So turning is important in soccer in order to keep our soccer ball, in order to find new space, to change direction, and to get away from defenders, or a combination of those different situations. So what we're going to be working on today, turning, and we're going to need our soccer ball and just a little bit of space. So what we're going to do, we're just going to get a little warm up with our soccer ball and touch on some things that we did in the previous video. So the first thing we're going to do right now is we're just going to start moving again around our square or whatever space we're working in. And right now, just nice and easy, outside of the foot only or the pinky toe, just moving around your space. Right now, I'm just keeping the ball on my right foot. And then after a few touches, I'm just going to switch to my left foot. Just move around. So every step I'm taking, I'm getting a touch on my soccer ball. So we're getting lots of touches, close control of our ball, and it's never getting too far away from us. Keeping it nice and close, keeping the touches short, nice and sharp, and able to move and control our ball. Good, and we can stop, and we'll use the bottom of our foot, the sole, again, to stop our ball. So now, we're going to move around the square, but we're going to start using the outside and the inside of our foot. So we're going to start slow. I'm going to go outside, inside, outside, inside. And I can go nice and slow. Doesn't have to be lightning fast, but I just want to get comfortable using both of those surfaces to move and control my soccer ball. And after a certain number of touches, we can move and change our feet. Just nice and easy. Inside, outside, inside, outside, inside, outside, inside, outside. Good, and rest. Very good. So if you remember from the first video, we did some toe taps and we did some tick-tocks. So just as a reminder, we're going to use, for our toe taps, we're going to use the soles of our feet. So we're going to do 10 toe taps right now, just to continue our warm-up, using the different surfaces of our feet. So we're going to go 10. You can go slow, start out nice and easy, just little taps. You can go just switching feet, or if you're ready for it, we can go a little bit faster. So we're going to do 10 in 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And when you're finished up, you can just stop and put one foot on top of your soccer ball. Very good. So now we're going to get our 10 tick-tocks. So now we're going to use the insides of our feet, moving the ball back and forth. And this is what it's going to look like. Just back and forth. We can do this 10 times. And if we're ready and we're comfortable, we can do it running in place. Just back and forth, nice and easy. Not letting my ball get too far away. And so when you're ready, you can do 10. Ready? In 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. Okay, so now we're going to introduce our first turn of the day. We actually did this move in the first video just a couple of days ago. So what we're going to do, we're going to take our soccer ball and we're going to look around and see how much space we have to dribble and figure out when I get to a certain point in my square or my playing area, I want to perform a turn. I'm running out of space. There's not a lot of room for me to continue going in that direction. I want to change direction. So the first move we're going to use is the pullback. It's one of the most common turns we use in soccer, and we're going to use the sole of our feet to stop the ball, and we're going to use it to roll it behind us. And here's the tricky part. We don't want to roll it too far away where we can't get back to it, or let someone from the other team take it from us. So we want to be able to roll it just enough where we can keep it close to our feet, close to our body, and be able to turn and get back to our soccer ball. So I'll show you again, and this time I'll turn and come towards the camera. So I'm going to put one foot on top of the ball, I'm going to roll it behind me, and as I roll it, I want to turn. I want to get my movement back to my soccer ball, and I want to keep my eyes on the ball and the space in front of me and around me. It's important to see the space that we have. It's important to see the defender or defenders, and it's just important to look around and see what we can do next after we turn. So we're going to go around our square or our playing area and just practice our pullbacks. We can go and do it walking, just nice and slow. Just get comfortable and break it down into steps. So sole of the foot, roll, turn, and touch, and continue dribbling. Okay, so every time we go to do that right now, we're going to stop our ball, we're going to roll it, we're going to turn, and we're going to find our new space. Okay, so if you're following along with me, you can start moving, and if you just need to check and see if you're doing it correct, just take a look, rewind the video, and follow along. Okay, so go at your own speed, doesn't have to be lightning fast. We just want to get comfortable with rolling it, turning, and finding that new space. Okay, so keep going for another minute, and as many as you can in a minute. Again, it's not a race. Let's see how many you can get. Finding space, keeping the ball close, so when it's time for me to turn, the ball's right in front of me. I don't have to run after it. Roll it, turn, and continue to dribble. Running out of space, stop it, roll it, and find your space. There we go. Nice and easy, looking around to see where I can move my ball, where I can turn next, and continue to move. Very good. Stop, roll, turn, and touch. And if you're comfortable switching feet, get some pullbacks on your right feet. Do it with your left foot, right foot, and rest. Very good. So now we're going to do a second type of pullback. So the first one is rolling it behind us and turning. The second one is still the same idea, but this time we're not going to roll the ball behind our back. We're going to turn with the ball. So again, we're going to start with the ball right in front of us. We're going to put one foot on top of the ball, and I'm going to now turn to the space behind me. But I'm not just going to roll it like this and turn. I want to be able to move with the ball as I roll it. So I'm going to stop it. I'm going to drag it using the sole, the bottom of my foot, to turn into that new space and move. Running out of space, I'm going to stop it. I'm going to roll it, so I'm opening my hips, the ball's rolling across my body, and I can keep the ball in front of me the whole time and turn into that new space. Roll, never turning my back. So this is a second pullback we can use to change direction, to find new space, to get away from pressure or the defender or defenders. Okay, so if you're following along at home, start just moving around your square again or whatever playing area you have, and just get comfortable with putting our foot back on top of the ball, dragging it. As you drag it, you want to move with the ball. So again, I'll show you up close. We're going to stop and we're going to open our body. So I'm on my right foot right now, so I want to turn to my right side. And as I turn, the ball is rolling with me, and I'm able to move into that new space. I'm going to stop it, I'm going to roll and open, and now, after I turn, notice how my knees are bent. I got a little bit of movement where I can explode back to my soccer ball. Nice and light on my toes, like what we call spring-loaded in the knees, and I can explode back to my ball and find that new space and get away from my defender. Right? Because if we turn and my knees are locked or I'm standing too tall, it's going to be tough for me to explode and push out and change speed. So we always want to keep our knees bent and being able to push out and explode and find that change of speed. The change of speed is going to be important when we perform that move, but we'll get there in a few moments. Okay, so right now, let's continue moving. We're going to stop it, roll it, and find new space. Roll. And again, we can go slow. It doesn't have to be super fast. I can get comfortable with the technique. We get comfortable with how we're turning and using our body to perform that turn and get back to our soccer ball and continue dribbling. See if you can get 5 more. So we're going to stop, roll and open. My body's always facing the ball, and I'm exploding back to my ball. Roll, explode. Roll, explode. Roll, explode. Roll, explode. Very good. And again, if you're unsure of the move or the different techniques, or maybe you missed something, rewind it and just keep watching and practice along and go at your own speed. That's going to be important. It's just getting comfortable with the move, getting comfortable with the technique, and break it down into little steps. Don't try to rush and do it all at once. So now we're going to move into our next change of direction turn, and it's a relatively simple one. What we're going to do is do a little stop and go. So we're going to use, again, the bottom of our foot to stop our ball. But after I stop my ball, I want to find a new direction. I don't want to continue going forward here. So if I was dribbling towards the camera, towards you at home, I'm going to stop my ball, and now I'm going to use the outside of my foot or my pinky toe or even my laces to push my ball into a new direction. So I'm going to stop and go. I'm going to stop and I'm going to go. And notice, again, once I stop my ball, notice how my knees are bent. Notice how that allows me to change speeds and have power to change speeds and explode into my new space. So I'm going to stop and go. Stop and go. Stop and go. Stop and go. Okay? So see if you can try that at home. Let's see if you can do 10, and I'll practice along with you. And again, if you need to watch, just rewind the video and then see if you can do it on your own and practice those little movements. And just keep it simple. Stop and go. Stop and go. Stop and go. And while you're practicing at home, I'll make sure my shoelaces are tied. All right, so keep on going. And again, we want to go slow. Start slow, and as you get comfortable with the move, challenge yourself to maybe go a little faster, a little bit quicker. If not, that's okay too. And as long as we're getting stop and the go movement and knowing where we want to go next. All right, so if we go back and watch the first video, we talked about scanning, vision, knowing where you want to go next, where you can go, where you can't go. So it's important to keep our eyes up and know what space is around you so you can make the best decisions with your soccer ball. So let's do 5 more, stop and go. 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 One more, stop and go. Very good. So we're getting a good workout here. And we're going to do one more turn, change direction move for today. And this will be the move of the day. This will be the most challenging one we'll do today. But I think with a lot of practice, we'll make this look easy in no time. So this is what we call a step over. And there's different ways you can use the step over. You can use it in 1v1 attacking, but you can also use it to turn and protect your ball and get away from defenders and get away from pressure. So what we're going to do, we're going to start with our soccer ball right in front of us again. And what we're going to do is now we're going to step towards our ball, and I'm just going to walk past it. So if you're a right-footed player, swing your right foot over the ball, around the ball, or if you're left-footed, you can swing your foot around the ball here. And after we step over and walk past that ball, notice how I'm standing sideways next to the soccer ball. I want to now go back into that space, and touch my soccer ball. Okay, so let's go slow. Stop the ball. I'm going to step over, step, step, and now, with my second step, I brought that back foot around, and now that's going to allow me, just like we talked about just a few minutes ago, being able to explode back to my soccer ball. Okay, so I'm going to step over the ball and go. And you can do it off of the dribble with the ball moving, or you can stop the ball and make sure it's still, and you can do the same thing. So we're going to step over, step, step, and now this is going to allow me to explode back to my soccer ball. So we'll try that again. So if you're following along at home, let's have our ball right in front of us. Take a step or two back from your ball, but it's going to be important we're not too far away because we don't want to have to stretch. We want to be able to just step over. And then as I bring that second foot around, I'm using it to turn. And again, I'm standing sideways next to my ball and going back into that open space that was behind me. There we go. Okay, so let's try that again. This time I'm going to use my left. So step over and go. Let's come back. And go again. So we're going to swing around the outside of the ball. If you're using your right, swing around the outside right part of the ball. Step, step, and touch. Okay? Step over and touch. Step over, touch. Step over and touch. And the important part with really doing this move is being able to just almost run past it. And as we run past it, we want to be able to get back to it. So it's important that we have the balance, we have both feet about shoulder length apart so we can move and explode and get back to our soccer ball and continue to move and dribble. There we go. So let's see if we can get 5, and it can be at any speed. And again, you can stop your ball if you want to. You can start dribbling around, whatever you're comfortable with. All right, I'm just going to go in slow motion, dribbling my ball. Swing, step. Swing, step, swing, there we go. I'm going to try on my left, step past the ball, step, and get back. Swing, step, step, touch. Swing, step, step, touch. Swing, step, step, touch. So keep going, see if you can get a couple more. And again, go at your own speed. That's going to be the important part, is just getting comfortable with the move, how you're using your body to stay balanced and make your next movement. Okay? And rest. So that'll wrap up our second video, working and introducing some different types of turns, the situations we can use them in. And again, the more we practice this, the better we'll become. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next video.